Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-March right through to mid-April 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurus, so this reading is for singles looking for new love. I'm going to get your overall energy and then I'm going to do a Celtic cross to see what is coming your way. So let us see what Spirit has to say for you. Your first card there is number 20, the garden, okay? So you're currently cultivating your world, shedding things that no longer are necessary in your world. I really feel like you're cutting back on your energy as well, as in you're only giving your energy and your time, your attention to things that are healthy or things that grow or things that have the potential to grow. But I really feel like you're focusing on, it's almost like you're doing landscape gardening in your world to make sure that everything is in place. Now that's just in terms of your career as well as, just to let you know, I'm only reading the uprights in all of the decks for this reading. That's in terms of your career, your love life, your friendships. We do have movement in your love relationships happening here, but number 20 is it is a garden and it is about like location, but also about community, people coming together. So I do feel like you may be opening yourself up to meeting somebody new, which leads to a lot of success. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I do your energy reading, just so you're aware. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. But they're actually showing me right now, they're showing me a museum. Looks like a museum is what they're showing me. So either you've just visited a museum or you are just invited to an event at a museum. Oh, what's that? They're showing me, okay. Now this is not going to resonate for everyone, of course. This is quite precise. They're showing me, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading. How would you like to receive? How would you like to receive? Okay. 7 swords. We've got King of Cups here. I'm just going to move the cards over before 2 of Wands, and we just get some outcome. I'm scrying in the water at the same time as getting the energy for your reading, and they're showing me it's almost like an event at a museum, and I can see people wearing headphones. I can only liken what is happening in this image that I'm seeing right now to like a silent disco or something like that at a museum, or some sort of museum or something like that. So if you've been invited to something like that, I mean, we're still going through a major pandemic. I feel like things are getting easier in some places. It depends on where you are in the world, of course, but I feel that things are, I'm not sure if events would be opening up to that sort of event right now. I'm not really sure. So please take it as it resonates. It's quite precise. I'm just seeing people wearing headphones and sort of moving, but I can't hear any music. And I'm just likening it to a silent disco type thing. Perhaps this is something that you've been invited to recently, or something that you are remembering. I'm not really sure. So please take it as it resonates. Maybe it's something you're organizing, or, I mean, silent disco, maybe museum. Museums do talk about, like, they have artifacts from the past. So perhaps you're thinking back on something. I can't decode that image. I will always be honest and say I can't quite grasp what it is they're trying to give me in that image. So, but I'll always mention the image that comes out. Okay, so let us see here what is going on. We've got the Chariot and we've got the Temperance. Okay, so the first card here in your reading is the Garden, as I was talking about. Okay, now the Garden is about, it's almost like networking or getting yourself out there. That's what it traditionally means in the Lenormand deck. And this is the beautiful Lenormand deck by Lemucci Design. But I feel you're actually working on yourself. You're cultivating your world. You're actually focusing on some situations that you feel may deserve another chance, because it's number 20, which is the Judgment card energy. So I feel like you're judging your world, or you're weighing up, surveying your landscape, as it were, in your life, in order to look at situations that you can make more healthy, or situations that you can purge things that are no longer necessary on your journey. This is a renewal energy. This is also an awakening energy. You've worked on yourself to a high level, and I feel that actually you may have taken a time out from dating, or you may have felt like it's been a long time that you've been out of the dating game, for example, because I just get this energy of renewal, of really having this boost of energy where you want to get out there again and connect to people. So Taurus, you may be feeling called to want to find yourself in situations where you know, there are group situations going on. You may find events. I actually feel like events are going to come towards you, because they're showing me an envelope right now. I do feel like there is some sort of event that you are being invited to. I feel like you will go to this event, because we've got the Rider there as your outcome card, which I feel like you'll choose. It's almost like a spur of the moment event, and you go, you know what? To hell with it. Why not? I'm going to go. That's what I'm picking up in your energy field. But I feel like you're working on yourself. Now, I do feel like you're at a decision point in your personal life where you're reaching for something new. There is definitely a new start energy here. The World card indicates you've completed a cycle. So if you've been going through a run of bad luck in your love relationships, I feel like you are actually leaving that cycle behind now, and you're stepping into the new. I mean, your first card there is the Fool card. We will come to this when we come to it, but I do feel like there is some sort of leap of faith required. We've also got number 34. Now this is in the resistance position. So this is in the antagonist position, the thing that is blocking you. And you may feel, because this card basically is the fish in the Lenormand deck, which means abundance or goodness or opportunity. And you may feel like there hasn't been an opportunity to meet somebody in your world. You're like, Baba, I want to meet love. I've worked really hard on myself. I've dropped my shield. I've dropped my wall. I've got healthy boundaries, but there's just no opportunity, or there's just nobody that I find attractive. I do feel like that is about to change. March is actually a catalyst month for you, where there is change in your surroundings, and I feel like there is the potential to meet somebody, or put yourself in a situation where you meet that person. Okay, I mean, the outcome position here indicates that you're moving on from the learning period that you've been in, this sort of spiritual, I feel like it's a spiritual realization of what you really want. You're being really honest with yourself and saying, okay, this sort of behavior does not vibe with me, so I'm leaving anyone who displays this kind of behavior behind, and I'm embracing new energy, energy that makes me feel like a person is serious about going, you know, having a a long-term relationship. Now I feel long distance because I'm feeling the energy from the Chariot card, so I feel like you have to travel to wherever this either event is, or this person is a little bit further afield than where you're at right now. But we will come to that energy in a moment. Your luck is about to change when you get this card in the Lenormand deck in your relationship. So I feel like, I mean, it's number 34, which is number 7, the Chariot card anyway, so that's why I'm getting that energetic exchange. So I feel like there is movement in your love relationships. There is the potential to meet somebody new. In the near future, we have a King of Cups, which is someone who loves with wild abandon, someone who has a lot of depth. So I do feel like you're going to meet someone who is energetically passionate, wise, has been through, I feel like this person is quite mature in their energy. They're looking for love as well. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They're very fair. This person is, non-judgmental. They actually want to keep the peace. This person is really good. They do things like, I feel like they do like volunteer work to help the world in some way. They have a positive essence about them, and I feel like this person is coming into your energetic sphere quite soon, because this is in the near future position. So we will get to that person's energy when we get to it. But the outcome energy, this is your overall faded energy. We've got number 1, the rider, which means speed or movement, velocity, momentum. Things are starting to pick up. And as you can see, I feel with the horse, this rider, it's almost like you are ready. You're ready for this. You're ready to ride off into the sunset, as it were. I know that's such a cliche, but the sun in Tarot means happiness, abundance, good luck, good fortune, positivity. And I feel like you're ready for a relationship that goes somewhere, that wants someone who wants to settle down, someone who is in reciprocity, someone who wants to give and take in equal measure with you. And I feel like you're ready for this. You've been waiting for this sort of love relationship. I don't feel like you've been waiting for the relationship, as it were. I feel like you have been quite content to do the work within you. I feel like you haven't been sitting there sort of darning your socks by night at the window pane going, where is my love? I don't feel like you're doing that. I feel like you've been doing a lot of hard work in your world. I feel like you've been focusing on career, but most importantly, you've been focusing on yourself and allowing yourself to flourish. And I feel like with number 1, that is the Magician card. So whatever it is you've been manifesting in terms of love, I feel like your needs are going to be pretty much met. Give or take 1 or 2 details, but I feel this is you sort of turning your dreams into reality. This is you using inspired action to get what it is that you want. But I feel like you've been getting yourself ready almost to be open to receive this love that is on its way for you. Okay. Now, this is your energy. We have the Fool card. This is the heart of the matter. The Fool card is, ready for something new, a new adventure. You're ready. You're ready to take the next step. You've struggled along the way. You may have even lost hope when it comes to love. You may have felt like love is not coming for you. No matter what age you are, no matter what circumstances you're in, I feel like they're indicating that you have the power to open yourself up to some sort of communal event. When you've got this card, this is about community, communal energy. So I feel like you are opening yourself up to a communal event where you will meet someone who vibes on the same frequency as you. I feel like you've got so much to offer here. Deep down, there is an offer coming on in. It's matching your vibrations. But the Fool card says you've got to release the expectation of where it is going to go. So even if you want to settle down with a person and you're looking for someone serious, I feel like this is going to be an organic process where you meet this person and you just enjoy each other's company, and then you just find yourself organically moving into a committed relationship. You're not putting a label on it. It just happens. It doesn't feel like it's pressured or anything like that. The Fool card is also about the journey. Okay, I feel like you have had a difficult journey when it comes to your heart, and I feel like you're ready and fresh for a new adventure. There's a lot of potential here. The Fool card is the beginning of something, okay? The beginning of a new adventure. This is also freedom from any baggage of the past. They just said you're 1 in a million. You're 1 in a million. Wow, I love that. You are 1 in a million. I was going to say that you're very unique, you're very original in your energy, okay? And they actually said you're 1 in a million. So always remember that, okay? Especially since you've got it's an Ace of Pentacles, but they've called it the 1 of Pentacles in this beautiful deck there. This deck is Kai Tarot Love, and it's by Kai GRATTON, okay, which is beautiful. Their store is on Etsy. So the Fool card is you're on the precipice of about to take a leap of faith, okay? This is also remembering your playful spirit, okay? Remembering it's almost like being open-hearted, the beginning of a playful new sort of connection with somebody that actually has a serious undertone where both of you know that you're headed towards the direction of a long-term relationship, okay? So I feel like there is a renewal here. Now, what is crossing you? The energy that I'm picking up here, the thing that's been crossing you, and it came up in your faded energy as well, is the opportunity. You may feel like there's just no opportunity. You may feel like there's no one who really, is around you. There's been nobody who's come towards you that you even would consider as someone that was a potential for a relationship. So even in your energetic sphere, there, even if it's a past person or a friend that has a secret crush on you, I feel like you're done with all that. I feel like you're ready for something new, okay? The Three of Wands basically can also, in this position, indicate that, you know, you can't see you falling in love with somebody right now. You're like, I just can't see it, Baba. I can't see that I'm going to meet somebody. I can't see that, I just don't see a way to find that love that I'm looking for. But I do see you actually finding yourself in some sort of networking situation or some sort of communal situation where there's new people at this. And I feel like this is like, is it love at first sight? I feel like there's a little bit of anxiety where you may put the brakes on a little bit in this relationship when you first meet this person, because I see with the Seven of Swords, I feel like you're wondering, can you trust this? Okay, because what is above you, there's something here where you don't trust, or you feel, I'm getting two energies off that, so I'll clarify it when I come to it. The Seven of Swords can also be about being super independent and being sort of caught between, do I want to settle down or do I want to be like wild and free? Okay, so I feel like there's a question mark over that card. But the Three of Wands says that there are opportunities coming towards you. There's actually an array of opportunities headed your way. The Three of Wands, basically, if you're ever asking, am I on the right path? I've never met somebody for months or years, or I don't know how I'm going to meet somebody. The Three of Wands says you are on the right path, but you need to open up your horizons. You need to look out and see what is possible, and you know, there needs to be the right moment for action. Okay, the Three of Wands is about expanding, but also surveying your landscape or your horizon. And if you feel like there is nobody in your immediate energy field, then you need to engineer a way to put yourself in a public setting. For example, you know, maybe the museum, maybe you've been invited to a museum or something like that, or I feel like you're putting yourself in this situation. So I feel like someone is inviting you to something, or there's something you've wanted to do for a while and you're going to do it. Okay. The Three of Wands can also be about patience, waiting for the right moment. So perhaps you feel like you've been working on yourself and that you've not been feeling ready to open up to love at this time, and that's okay. Whenever the moment is right for you, you will know and you will take action, and then love will come towards you. Okay, but you have to be ready. I mean, the Three of Wands, it's got a beautiful heart on it there, so I feel like your heart's desire will be met. You are in harmony with that, and I feel like Spirit is bringing you to some event or some place where your heart is called to go to. I would pay close attention to your intuition, because I feel like there's an offer there. There is someone there who you will really, I feel, fall in love with, and they fall in love with you. Deep below you, which is you know, things that you're manifesting. You're manifesting someone who's true blue, someone who's loyal, someone who is you know, grounded, someone you can depend on. Okay, Ace of Pentacles is divinely guided by Spirit. It is actually a gift from the universe, and you are going to be gifted a person who is all in from the very beginning. This is someone that you never have to really question their motives. This is someone who's true blue. The Ace of Pentacles also, deep down, you realize with all the work that you've done that actually you have a lot to offer when it comes to love. You are funny, you're kind, you're dependable, you're loyal, you're honest, you're open, you're attractive, you're all of those wonderful things. Okay, you can never be another person. So you're starting to love yourself and honor the fact that you can never be anybody else. And that is actually your superpower, okay? Because it's what sets you apart. So I feel like the universe is recognizing that you're one in a million. So I feel like they are actually aligning you with someone who is also, well, one in another million, as it were. Because if you're one in a million, then maybe they're one in like 2 million or something like that. So I feel like they're aligning you with someone who's very, very special, is what I'm trying to get out, but I botched it, as it were. The Ace of Pentacles, I feel there is an offer coming on in. Now, I mean, I feel like you've been focusing a lot on your work. Perhaps you've been focusing your attention on getting a raise, promotion, or maybe even getting a new job. Some of you will be offered a new job that you will take, and it'll actually put you in some sort of setting where you meet somebody new. Now, you may not want to, have a relationship with someone you work with. So it could be that it's an extension of your work. For example, if there's a work event and, you get invited to that, and then you meet somebody who is from another branch, or you meet somebody who is invited as a friend to this event or something like that. So I feel you've been focusing a lot on your finances, and I feel now you're opening yourself up to wanting to get out there and meet new love. Okay, I feel like you are ready for this, because the writer says you're ready to take action. In the past, we have the World card, so I feel like you have learnt a lot of lessons when it comes to love. Some of them have been really tough, especially since we have a Seven of Swords there. There may have been some sort of trust issues. Now, that doesn't have to be trust issues with a person. It can mean trust issues with the universe, where you're like, really? You sent me that person? Really? You thought I deserved to be with that person? They're saying, no, we sent you a lesson so that you would learn to look at red flags and notice them, and actually love yourself and respect yourself enough not to follow through with anyone who sort of showed a red flag to you. So I feel like it was a learning curve. You could also feel mistrust of the universe, that you feel like perhaps they've never given you a chance to love somebody fully, and you're wondering why opportunity has not visited your door. The World card is about completeness. So you've completed some sort of cycle in the past. Now, also, this card can be about commitment and also accomplishment. So I feel like you've made up your mind that you want a long-term relationship, and I feel like you will accomplish that. I feel like this is you, though, that is coming into full balance and harmony, and being ready with that healthy boundary, and being ready to, it's almost like play your role in the next part of your life. Because I get this energy of, you've done the work. You've met a final destination. You're closing ties to the past. You're releasing baggage, and you're like, I want to start afresh. I want to start new, okay? I feel like you don't want any unfinished cycles. I feel like you've decided now that you don't really want to give anybody any second chances. I'm going to pull a quick card with that, because we do have number 20 there. So it may, for those of you who do want to have a second chance with another person from your past, or someone you recently separated from, I mean, there is the potential to heal that should you want to. But because we have the Seven of Swords here, there's an energy of mistrust. And once the trust is gone, the foundation is very, very shaky, okay? So, I mean, it can be rebuilt. Everything is possible, always. But I feel that is something that you really have to think about. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. It brings anxiety. It's made you feel quite a lot of anguish, maybe even despair sometimes, some sleepless nights. But what I'm getting from this card the most is I'm getting bewilderment. Like, why? Why? I feel like you're starting to worry that perhaps you're not going to be in the right place at the right time to meet somebody. But the world says you will be. The World card says you're going to be put in the right situation to meet the right person. And anyone who makes you feel like you don't know where you stand, or they're breadcrumbing you, or they're narcissistic, trying to control you in some way, I feel like you are releasing that sort of energy. You notice it straight away. You become very intuitive and astute. You need to trust your intuition. If it's telling you that something is off, something is off, okay? Yeah. The Five of Pentacles can mean that there is a situation that you feel you need to abandon because you felt abandoned first. The Five of Pentacles is some sort of loss or some sort of conflict that you feel has left some sadness here. It left a bitter taste in your mouth. Now, this Five of Pentacles can also be longing. So if you've never been in a relationship before, it can mean that sometimes you felt a lot of anguish because you've been longing for a relationship, but the universe has never brought one towards you, and you've tried everything you can, but it may have knocked your confidence in some way. But they're indicating you're leaving this cycle behind. This is the end of the cycle. It stops here, okay? Now, what is above you? We have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is an interesting one because at its grassroots, it can talk about, trust issues. Someone have maybe perhaps betrayed you in the past, and it's left a bitter taste in your mouth, okay? This could be some sort of indiscretion. It could also be, deception, or you felt like there was a a relationship that sort of came in really quickly. You felt like you couldn't really trust it, and the person, you know, was a runner in your world. So they ghosted in some way. But I feel like the Seven of Swords here, I mean, they're just indicating here you just want someone who's honest. I mean, the word truth is emboldened across this card. So I feel like you are trying to not just find out your truth. I feel like truth, I mean, truth is important to everybody, of course, but I feel like there may be some sort of trust issue at the core, because you give everything you have to give when you fall in love, and you do not give it easily. So I feel like you've worked really hard to open yourself up to this level of and depth of love, and I feel like you deserve someone who is willing to take that journey with you. I feel like the Fool card is you finding someone to go on that journey with you. You're closing cycles down. I feel with the Seven of Swords as well, I feel, you know what, I feel like you're going to be very intrigued by somebody, and I feel that you actually, when you meet this new person, I feel like you're not going to tell people at first, because there's something here about telling people when you're in a relationship and then maybe it goes wrong. You're like, I'm not going to tell anyone for a while until this is like a thing, until it's established, okay? Also, I get this energy of independence. You are an independent spirit, and you may be worried that, or you have some sort of independent job. You're really focused on your career, and you're wondering if you can, you know, balance the two. You absolutely can. You can have it all, okay? Just so you're aware. You're the sort of person who lives your life on your own terms. You do not rise up to meet other people's expectations. So I feel like you need someone who is equally independent and has got their own stuff going on, as it were. That they're not needy, but at the same time that they offer security within a relationship where you both know where you stand. So you go off and do your wonderful career and focus on the passion and excitement of what life has to offer, but at the same time that there is a solid foundation, that you know this person is walking the journey of life with you, and that you can trust that they're there no matter what. Also, there is passion, there is desire, there is love. I mean, the King of Cups that's coming on in here towards you, because this is the near future. This person, body, mind, and soul, this person is very spiritually evolved. And I do feel with the King of Cups here, this person is very loving. This person is also very ambitious. This person could be a business person, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. But I feel like this person's got a lot of charisma. They're actually protective of their heart and of their union. So whilst they will give their heart openly to the person that they love, I feel like it's a very private sort of relationship where nobody else gets to intervene. No gossip. There is no one who interferes in the relationship. This person is very protective of love because they have also experienced difficulty on the path to love. This person's very intuitive. They're very calm under pressure. Again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. Now, it's really interesting. They're showing me that in the water right now, they're showing me someone with a heart zip. You know, like a zip that you put up your cardigan or your coat or something like that, and it's got a heart on it. So if that's you, that's very precise. It's not going to resonate for everyone. So please take it as it resonates. If that, I mean, maybe you've just bought something that's got a heart zip on it or something like that. That is very unique. But I mean, if I'm decoding it for everybody for a general energy, it can mean that this person, you know, they will unveil their heart at the right moment to you. But then, you know, it's almost like they, you know, when you open and close a zip, you do it for the right moments. Like you're too hot, you take off your coat. You're too cold, you zip up your zipper. So I feel like this is someone who opens their heart in the right moments. And you know, I don't feel like this is a person who would never like flirt with someone outside your relationship. This is someone who has a lot of high honor, someone who's a lot of integrity. And I feel like this is the sort of person you're going to meet. Now, this is Scorpio energy here. So I feel like this person is very emphatic, very supportive of your dreams and theirs, and very protective of the union. This person is looking for love. This person is manifesting love as we speak. I feel like it's almost like they're dreaming you to life. They're making a lot of affirmations, and you're exactly the person. As soon as they set eyes on you, you're exactly the person. It's almost like you're exactly the person they ordered from the universe, okay? They're like, that's the one, that's the one. As soon as they see you, That's the one. There's like a little, they're even going to tell you about this. It's almost like a whispering. They're going to tell you about this, but later on in the relationship, not straight away. They're going to tell you when the relationship is established, that when they met you for the first time, that a little whisper came to them like, that's the one. There you are. This is the one. It's like they know intrinsically that you're the one, okay? Now, I feel like you will not notice at first. I feel like you will enjoy this person's company, but there's a lot of modesty within you, Taurus. Sometimes you doubt your wonderful self as well, and you may feel like this person's advances because I feel like this person's quite subtle. They're not the sort of person to sort of bamboozle and come like a bulldozer and say, hey, I love you, here's a bunch of flowers. They're not that sort of person. This person they're not cautious, but I feel like they're very, the word they're giving me is tasteful. They're very tasteful. Okay, I'm not really sure I know what they mean by that, but I feel like this person, they're subtle. Okay, they will sort of subtly let you know that they're kind of interested in you, and at first I feel like you'll be like, do they like me? No, probably not. And you'll almost like talk yourself out of this. Remember, if it feels like they are flirting with you or it feels like they are interested in you, they are. Don't second guess it, okay? But I feel like this person, this is the sort of person who will not just go away if they think you're not interested. If you say, no, I'm not interested, of course, they'll go away. But I feel like this person, they will pursue you. This person, okay? Now, the Nine of Pentacles, this is your energy, your advice to yourself, which is independent spirit. Work on your finances, keep focused on your career, or if you're not working right now, be focused on getting a job. If you're retired, for example, it can mean that you are enjoying the fruits of your labor. You're enjoying your retirement. The Nine of Pentacles is all about self-sufficiency. You're good all by yourself, and you tell yourself that. I feel like you're not desperate for a relationship, which is wonderful because it means you are picky. That's great. You're not the sort of person to just like take any old body just because you're lonely. I do feel like this is you being a little bit cautious when it comes to love. So when it comes to love, this card can be, you being like, I'm really good by myself. So the person who has to come into my world and I feel compelled to love them, they have to be pretty special, because I feel like you're focusing on everything that you've done for yourself. You are thriving, you're independent, you march to the beat of your own drum, you're not a conformist. So I feel like whoever comes into your world has to be pretty damn special, okay? And that King of Cups, I mean, King energy is beautiful, especially the King of Cups, because this person has a lot of love to give. And I feel like, water and earth, they do complement each other. I mean, they don't have to be sun, moon, or rising, but they have very strong water in their chart, okay? But you're focusing on your finances until such time as that occurs. I also feel like you're being very disciplined with yourself, and in terms of saving money. So what I would say about that, of course, we all need money to pay bills, and we all need to be self-sufficient financially as best as we can, especially under the circumstances we're living in. But I would say make sure you have moments where you enjoy your money, okay? Because the Nine of Pentacles is also about having a life of luxury or enjoying the financial gain that you are having. So putting a little bit away, which is, you being very self-reliant and, very disciplined with your finances, but make sure you have time and energy to focus on putting yourself in scenarios where you can meet somebody to love, whether that's even online, okay? Now the Nine of Swords is the external circumstances. I'm going to pull a quick card on this because the Nine of Swords is all about anguish or crisis. So you may feel right now that perhaps the world crisis is, such a heavy energy in the world that how can you possibly, or how could you possibly meet somebody under these circumstances? Remember, whenever you're meant to energetically meet the person you're meant to be with, no pandemic, no war, no nothing will actually get in the way of you meeting that person, okay? Many years ago, and I may have said this already before, so I do apologize if you've heard this one before, but they're reminding me of this couple I knew incredible couple, and they actually met just after World War II, but both of them lived pretty much close to each other in Germany, and they fled the country, and both of them actually ended up in England, and they met in a gallery. So they actually went to, not a museum, but a gallery, and the lady, she was actually looking at a painting, and the guy joined her and was like, oh, it's such an interesting painting. It reminds me of my home. And she said, mine too. And then they struck up a conversation, and then it led to love, marriage, children, all of those things. So it was just a spark, no matter what. And they were closer to meeting each other in their own country, because they found out that they actually lived quite close to each other in Germany. But they actually were displaced and moved to another country because of the war, and they still found each other. So my point being, no matter what, you will still find the person you're meant to be with, no matter the age, okay? But you need to be able to put yourself in a scenario where you can meet that person, okay? So the Nine of Swords, I'm going to pull a quick card on this for you, because it can also mean that there is some sort of regret in your world. But because we have the World card right there, I feel like you've put all that to bed. I feel like you've ended that cycle. So thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Clarify the Nine of Swords, the Emperor. Okay, so you may be worried that with the Emperor that you're not going to meet a divine counterpart. It can also mean that you're actually focusing a lot on your career right now, and it's almost like you feel, I'm getting an energy of, you may have, especially when we're young, we all plan, we all think that by 20 we will have like an incredible career, or start to a career. Into our 30s we're going to be really successful at whatever we decide to do. Probably around about mid 30s we're going to meet somebody, fall in love, get married, settle down, have children, all of those things. I feel as it's almost like this was not part of your plan to be single at this age, whatever age you are, and I feel like you're hoping to find someone who is mature, okay? And you may worry that you're not going to find someone who wants to settle down, who wants to plan. I mean, also we've got the Nine of Pentacles again. So some of you may be worried that you're not going to find someone who is as independent as you, but I feel like you are. The Four of Wands here can also be that there's someone here, it can mean that, for example, and I don't really like to talk politics, but for example, the Emperor can be about authority, and you may feel like all of the lockdowns and all of everything that's gone on, you may have felt completely like separate from people, and you may have felt like, how are you going to meet people if, right now there are difficult restrictions in a lot of areas of life. For example, some places, meeting somebody like in the street is going to be difficult. It's like, hey, I love the mask that you're wearing, or not, or whatever. So I feel like there's a lot of thought that is going on here that sometimes is making you feel like down, that it's never going to happen for you. Okay, I just feel like there's this energy of despair sometimes, that perhaps you're feeling it's never going to happen for you, but I absolutely feel like it will, and I can see that there is someone with strong water in their chart coming your way. Okay, now I feel, they just said I'm not finished with this card. They said with the Nine of Swords, it is a reminder to keep the faith. Okay, a reminder to keep the faith when you get this card. They want you to also stop negative self-talk. Okay, so don't be so down on yourself. It's not about you at all. It's about divine timing, and it's also about you falling in love with yourself first before you open yourself up to the love that you truly deserve and desire. I always say about the cup of love, it's your cup first. It is how you love yourself first. So in that cup, there has to be love, there has to be trust, there has to be value, there has to be respect, there has to be confidence, all of those things that humans, unfortunately, we're not so good at sometimes. But you have to build yourself up. You learn the lessons to get stronger and start believing in yourself and your intuition. Because if you've got in that cup self-loathing, insecurity, and any of those things in there, codependency, and you actually exchange your cup when you meet another person, and you tend to meet somebody who vibes at the same frequency as you. Think about like magnets. We tend to meet someone who vibes at a similar frequency, and that exchange, the cup that you give that person, you're going to get a similar cup back. And if you don't want insecurity, codependency, self-loathing, then you have to raise your vibrations and work on yourself first, and that's what you're doing. So I feel like you're ready to meet the one. Okay, we got the Two of Wands here. This is your hope and fear. You're worried about the weight, okay, and the choices that you have available. I do feel like there's a potential that someone from your past, sometimes they may come on in here and talk to you, but I feel that you don't trust this person. So sometimes you may ask yourself, is that the one? But we have to work through things, or is there someone new coming? Because there's trust issues, and again, every scenario is different. There is always a way to work things out, but it takes two. But I feel like you're wondering about choice right now. And I mean, you're trying to make, it's almost like you're trying to choose the right path that leads to love. As you can see, all those stairs, they lead to the heart. And the Two of Wands basically means that you are actually mapping your progress. You're looking at past relationships. You're envisaging something new. And I feel like you've already started to make progress by leaving your baggage behind. I also feel like the universe is aligning you to bring you what you need. So I would say be ready. But there's this energy with this card because there's a fear. This is a hope and a fear position. I feel like you just can't see it. It's almost like you're telling me, I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, so I really feel like they're trying to ask you to have faith. But right now, it's almost like you just can't see how it's going to occur. Okay, now the outcome position. Now this position is for the month of March into mid-April, just so you're aware. I do feel like there is a solitary energy. I feel like you will meet somebody or that will pique your interest, but you will still be a solitary entity. You will not have gone into a relationship until further down the line. The Four of Swords says, you are in a solitary energy. You are getting rest. You are coming back to your center. Some of you may be getting over some sort of heartbreak or some sort of loss or just some sort of period of feeling really down because the Three of Swords precedes this card. So, the Four of Swords is also a protective energy. It's about healing, meditation, recuperating your energy. It's a temporary time out to really think and get clear on what you want. So I feel like you are gaining that greater clarity and you're taking care of yourself, which is so important. Some of you may be called to do things like yoga, if you don't do it already, or meditation, Pilates, some sort of spiritual practice that really declutters your mind. And I see some of you taking a step back from like news sources or of course it's important to remain aware of what's going on in the world because if we can help in any shape or form by raising vibrations or actually physically doing something to help others, then of course I feel like you still need to connect to that. But I feel like you're taking a step back from being bombarded by the energy of the period that we're living in. The Hermit energy again sees you in that solitary energy, but it is a time for reflection where you gain wisdom, your own inner wisdom. So you may have felt like there's no opportunity to meet anybody, so you're feeling pretty jaded or let down by the universe. But that's when the Hermit takes themselves out of the world, away from distractions, to go sort of be in their cave, off grid, under the radar, to really reflect on their own needs. And what's really wonderful about this card, the history of the Hermit card is the Hermit goes into their cave for introspection. It's necessary time for personal growth, to retreat, regroup, and renew their energy, their life force, and to change their perspective on their life. And the Hermit often, as soon as they come out of the cave, they go back to the Fool state. They go back to the start. So I feel that is what you're doing, okay? I feel like you've become, it's almost like you felt really let down or disappointed with the way that things have gone, and you've taken some time out. I feel like you took that time out to give yourself healthy time for you to personally grow, and you're coming out the Fool card. So I feel like you're restarting this energy. You're ready for new love. We've also got the Chariot card, which means you are moving away from a single status. I feel like there is obstacles that you've overcome. I feel like your determination is to get a relationship, to find the one, and you will find that person. So in the near future, there is definitely someone coming on in, but the Chariot card indicates you must take some sort of action, and you may be pulled in different directions with the Chariot card as to which way to do that, which is the best way for you. Okay, some people are like, yeah, I want to jump on that dating website. Other people are like, no, dating websites, I can't do that. So I'm going to put myself out there to go on a date, but I'm too shy. So rather than just put yourself out on speed dating or something like that, you may decide to do something that you're comfortable with, which is, take up a hobby or learn a new skill and put yourself in a group scenario where you learn something for you. You're investing in you. And as a byproduct, you put yourself in a situation to meet new people and you meet the one. So I feel like you're putting yourself out there. The Chariot card says you will be successful. You will have victory in this situation. You will triumph. I feel like you will be, the Chariot can also be about commitment. Your commitment to find the love that you truly deserve and desire will be rewarded with the object of your desire, the person of your desire. So I feel like you will move away from this sort of lone wolf kind of status, and you will meet someone where it thrives. I also feel that destiny has a hand in that as well, because the Chariot card is typically run by either horses or sphinxes, and what's interesting is there tends to never really be any reins on the horses. So whilst you are in control of the Chariot, you are the mister or the mistress of your, the master or the mistress of your own destiny. Fate also plays a hand in putting you in the right place at the right time when you are meant to meet your divine counterpart. And finally, we got Temperance. And of course, nobody likes this card because Temperance is all about patience, but there is purpose in patience. It gives you an opportunity to re-examine your priorities and say, I do not want to attract similar situations. I need to change these things within my world, create healthy boundaries so that I no longer attract the same sort of people or the same sort of situations. You want something new, okay? So sometimes we need time out to really look at the things that we want and the things that we're attracting. And if they're not the same thing, they're out of balance. So it's about coming back into balance with yourself. The Temperance card, with patience, something very solid will grow. There is, it's coming back to like this, almost like this garden state. You want something that is healthy, nourishing, that plants roots, something that you can depend on, someone you can depend on. And I feel like you are transforming the way that you look at stability because you recognize that you're stable all by yourself. You recognize that, you've got everything going on in your world because you created it. You stepped up, you invested your energy into your career goals and into yourself. And those are the things that are thriving. And now you recognize that, just any old body is not going to be enough to love you. There is someone out there who is that, you're the one in the million. Okay, you're one in a million. You're you're a unique person that somebody, well, this person, because every time I feel this person's energy, their heart kind of flutters a little bit. So this person really has like butterflies for you, okay? And I feel like they're just showing me this person with the gold, well, it looks kind of gold, but it's like a zip. It doesn't have to be gold, and it's got a heart on it. And it's like, as soon as I touch this, I see the zip going zip. Like they open their heart immediately for you. This person is really, what you see is what you get. There's no nasty surprises with this person, okay? So I feel like you're transforming the way you look at stability and recognizing that you deserve the best of the best, and that is what is coming for you, okay? So I will leave that there. I'm just picking up on energy that round about the 18th, which is full moon in Virgo. That is actually ruled, there's a Pluto influence during that period, and Scorpio is also ruled by Pluto. So I feel like this is the 18th, right about the 18th of March, is a time period from when you will step into some sort of, right through to mid-April, you'll step into some sort of environment where you are put in front of this new person, okay, from the 18th of March. And that'll be right through to the 18th of April. So during that period, I feel like, you are put in a situation where you meet this person, okay? And this person is immediately attracted to you, but I feel like you are kind of like, I feel like you're focusing on yourself, and due to your modesty and sometimes your struggle with self-confidence, that you may not feel like this person has interest in you. This person is very attractive. Also, there's something about this person's eyebrows and their eyes that really are, they're magnetic. But there's something about the way that the eyebrows frame the face that really make this person unique, okay? Yeah, that's what they're giving me. So I'll leave it there. I'm just going to get you a final sort of personal power card, something to remember as you move through the time period that we've been talking about. I am a creator. So you create the scenario by putting yourself in the situation. Also, if some of you are wanting to have children or you have children, I feel like this is a very fortunate time where you're leaving a period of unrest behind and you're moving into a much more inspired time. Also, when we get this card, this is a card of that you are brimming with potential to meet somebody new, settle down and have a family if that's what you want. Everybody wants something different, but I feel like you're entering a new cycle. And we've also got I have permission. So if you feel, you know, there's a strange card to come up, but especially since it vibes with that authority card there, perhaps you're feeling that there's some restrictions. Maybe look into it where you're at, because I can't really talk about where you're at because there's so many wonderful people from so many incredible places viewing, and I'm so grateful. But I would just check out, obviously, restrictions and things like that. But I have permission. Give yourself permission to get out there and peacock your wonderful self, because you have so much to offer, my beautiful Taurus, that you deserve the best in return. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I'm just going to get a trinket for you before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, my angels. Can you please guide? Okay, I'm loving this. So we do have the cat. It is a lucky cat, but the cat is all about independence. Okay, so you are a very independent soul, which is wonderful, but it's about knowing when to invest your energy and when to focus your energy on yourself, which cats are really good at doing. Also, okay, I'm just, there's something about the place that you, I'm smelling this wonderful smell now. It's like someone is burning joss sticks or something. It's beautiful. So maybe you're meeting this person at a place where they have a strong scent or something. There's burnt for peace. There's some sort of, but I feel like there is, where you meet this person, there is some sort of reference to a cat. So perhaps this place has a logo that has a cat attached to it, or the invitation has a cat logo or has the word cat in it. I mean, it may even be something like abbreviated, like CAT, you know, so please take it as it resonates. There's something about a cat that is in some way relevant to the place that you meet this person. Okay, so I would look out for that. I mean, it may be on, Cat Street, I don't know, Cat Avenue or something like that. It really has a connection to a cat. So they want me to put this on the rider, so there is movement forward. And also we've got the wonderful seahorse, which is representative, especially in tarot, of soulmate energy, meeting a divine counterpart who harmonizes with you in partnership, someone who's loving, a lasting relationship, a heart connection between two souls. Okay, so I feel like you're about to partner up. Seahorse is a partner up for life, so this is the one. This is like a long-term relationship. And also the seahorses connect to water elements, and they want me to put it on the King of Cups. So I feel like you are meeting someone who's got very strong water in their chart. They're very loving, open, and kind, and this is something that will lead to a high-level commitment relationship for the long term. Okay, so we'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel, completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians. Love and light.